It's just devastating what you see there coming out of that state and so many others in the southeast and the deep south.
Yeah, and it's really tough, knowing that Florida's getting hit again while they're still trying to recover after Helene. For us, it is the waves that we were going to see pick up. So yes, use caution if you are headed to the beach. We have a rip current hazard in place as well as minor coastal flooding. That advisory is in place for today through tomorrow morning, likely will be extended. We are anticipating 8 to 11 second periods between now and Friday. So really all week long, pretty decent periods out there. But the longer that period is, the greater that rip current hazard is going to be. So here's the latest on Hurricane Milton, Category 2 storm already right here in the Bay of Campeche. But the steering winds taking it to Florida. You can see hurricane watches already in place along the Florida coastline. This storm right now is slowly moving east-southeast with 100-mile-per-hour winds. But look what happens. It's going to reach that Category 4 strength as it does approach the Bay of the Yucatan Peninsula. So had dangerous conditions expected there on the northern side of the Yucatan. And then as we continue, there is expected to be a little bit of weakening, but it shouldn't be taken for granted. The storm's still expected to be very powerful as it does approach the Florida Gulf Coast there on the western side of the peninsula. We are anticipating anywhere between 125 and 85-mile-per-hour winds, but of course it's going to be the storm surge that is the most hazardous threat. On top of that, also rainfall. Florida already getting rain today ahead of Milton. And then as Milton approaches, abundant rainfall is anticipated along that line. Really, the entire Florida peninsula is anticipating 4, 5, 6, even over 7 inches of rainfall. Once we see those yellows, that is when the flooding risk really just ramps up. For the rest of the United States, notice we are pretty much rain-free. That includes Texas, not seeing any rain really in the extended forecast for 7-10 days out. So the 3 things to know is it's still going to be hot. We've got high pressure to thank for our lack of rainfall. There is a weak front that may make it a little cooler on Friday, but overall our humidity mostly staying in check. So this is front number 1, not going to have a big impact on our weather, but what it is going to do is what it is doing already is what's steering Helene toward Florida. So we also have the stationary boundary that's kind of set up there as well that Helene's going to tap into. But what you see is that system kind of riding along that frontal boundary. It weakens. High pressure continues to stay strong across the rest of the United States. We lose the rainfall across the south, but then another front does slide south. And so this is the one that does have a chance of maybe giving us a little bit of hope for some rain, or not really rain, but just like slightly cooler temperatures. Right now on this Monday, it is 73 degrees. We are going to warm conditions up into the 90s this afternoon. We made it to 95 yesterday. I think we're going to be close to that both today and tomorrow. Temperatures drop a little bit. There's that fall into the weekend. Low 90s is what we're anticipating, but lots of sunshine for the week ahead.